So I wanted to wait to comment on Tucker Carlson's video after he departed ways from Fox News. I'm going to go ahead and play the video and then comment on it.
Good evening, it's Tucker Carlson. One of the first things you realize when you step outside the noise for a few days is how many genuinely nice people there are in this country. Kind and decent people, people who really care about what's true, and a bunch of hilarious people also, a lot of those. It's got to be the majority of the population, even now. So that's heartening. The other thing you notice when you take a little time off is how unbelievably stupid most of the debates you see on television are. They're completely irrelevant. They mean nothing. In 5 years, we won't even remember that we had them. Trust me, as someone who's participated. And yet at the same time, and this is the amazing thing, the undeniably big topics, the ones that will define our future, get virtually no discussion at all. War, civil liberties, emerging science, demographic change, corporate power, natural resources. When was the last time you heard a legitimate debate about any of those issues? It's been a long time. Debates like that are not permitted in American media. Both political parties and their donors have reached consensus on what benefits them, and they actively collude to shut down any conversation about it. Suddenly, the United States looks very much like a one-party state. That's a depressing realization, but it's not permanent. Our current orthodoxies won't last. They're brain dead. Nobody actually believes them. Hardly anyone's life is improved by them. This moment is too inherently ridiculous to continue, and so it won't. The people in charge know this. That's why they're hysterical and aggressive. They're afraid. They've given up persuasion. They're resorting to force. But it won't work. When honest people say what's true, calmly and without embarrassment, they become powerful. At the same time, the liars who've been trying to silence them shrink, and they become weaker. That's the iron law of the universe. True things prevail. Where can you still find Americans saying true things? There aren't many places left, but there are some, and that's enough. As long as you can hear the words, there is hope. See you soon.
So this is a pretty powerful statement that he's made about what's going on in our world today, especially after this firing or whatever you want to call it from Fox News. And there's still speculation of whether or not he was actually fired, what he's going to do next, all these different things. And recently I heard a couple of opinions. Now, number one, what happened and what's going to end up happening to Tucker Carlson. And so one opinion I heard from Bill O'Reilly, who used to be on Fox News, was these potential lawsuits that can be coming up, not only the Dominion lawsuit that Fox had to pay out on, but then potential lawsuits with Ray Epps and I guess a low-level producer who's threatening to sue or is going to sue. And then Megyn Kelly had her opinion. She had basically said as they're trying to clean up, or Fox News is trying to sell, so they're trying to clean it up, make it more traditional, which is obviously going to be a huge mistake because Tucker Carlson was probably one of the only reasons a lot of people were actually watching Fox. But Bill O'Reilly made an interesting comment that there are no non-competes, I guess, when it comes to him if he wanted to start his own website, do his own thing. If he wanted to work for another company, there might be. But if he were to go on his own and do his own thing, he should be free and clear to do that. And I think overall, most people would agree that if he does run his own subscription service, that he's going to make way more money than he was making at Fox. Going to be unbelievably successful, have lots of subscribers, and just financially just absolutely kill it. So we'll have to end up seeing, what ends up happening. But, let me know what you think is going to end up happening with Tucker Carlson. I certainly do hope that he creates his own site. I certainly hope that he creates his own thing, kind of like BillO'Reilly.com or what Rush Limbaugh had started. Because to me, he's extremely valuable. And one of the things too that you can see with what happened with Tucker Carlson, it's really, and I think there's probably even more behind the scenes of what's going on when you see that Sean Hannity, Laura Ingraham, they're not being attacked by the left like Tucker Carlson was. And I think one of the main reasons, if you want to get really, if you want to look at it from a nefarious standpoint, that he was let go because he was one of the few people that was speaking out against the war. And when you start doing that and you're sort of kind of not under control or out of control, doing your own thing and speaking out against these things, these are major advertisers. And so when you start speaking out against these major advertisers, the network is going to have a problem with that, and they're going to want to get rid of you. And of course, it's going to be the wrong decision because they're already losing market value, and these things are just going to get worse for legacy media, Fox, CNN, MSNBC, all of them. They're all going to go away eventually. Everybody's going to go to a subscription service, and then people are going to decide who it is that they want to talk to or listen to, who they want to subscribe to, all those different things. So again, let me know what you think in the comments section, what you think is going to end up happening with him, and we'll see you in the next video.